Hello and welcome to National Balmoral Show, which today hosts the fifth leg of the TRM Horseware Premier Series 2015. The previous two legs of the series saw Daniel Coyle riding to victory, but today the current national show jumping champion Greg Broderick is back from international duty and will be looking for valuable league points. So it's all to play for here in Balmoral. We've got an exciting day show jumping ahead. I'm catching up now with Ray Buchanan, the show director here at the National Balmoral Championship Show. Ray, tell us a bit about your involvement with the show over the years.
Well, this show actually has been in existence this is our 29th year. The show originally was at the RUS in Belfast, and then recently this ground has been developed for RUAS.
Paddy, you have a long history with this show, I understand.
Yes, my uncles and my father, great supporters of Balmoral over the years. My brothers jumped here, and we've bred horses and sold horses internationally for generations.
What changes have you noticed in the show over those years?
Well, it's got very professional. I mean, the standard of jumping, the organisation of it all, it's very professional.
This was the grounds associated with the old Maze prison, and it's historic, I suppose, from that point of view. But nevertheless, it is a great sporting grounds now for everyone, and hopefully we'll all be long spared to be able to enjoy the benefits from that.
Here's our top 10 riders of the leaderboard. Daniel Coyle, John McLaughlin, Vincent Byrne crowding there at top of the leaderboard, 20 points apiece. Alexander Butler, Edward Doyle on 17 apiece, and Catherine Thornton on 13. So this competition will certainly put the cat amongst the pigeons on those placings.
Steve, talk us through your course a little bit.
Well, this is a fantastic arena to build in here at the Balmoral Showground. It's an enormous arena, great length to the arena, and I like to use that length in designing the course so that you can capitalise on a degree of forward movement that you can't generate in arenas of a smaller size. So I've tried to build a course that actually uses the arena to that effect so that we can move forward throughout long related distances and sequences of fences using that great length that this arena offers us.
Where do you think the really testing parts of the course are?
We always like to think that all parts of the course are testing, really. We never really like to think that there's a bogey fence, for want of a better word, that the test should be even all the way through. Obviously the test is progressive and it needs to start off a little bit sort of sweet and then become a little bit more punchy as we go on, but really there are questions throughout the whole length of the course.
If you were to estimate the number of clears, what would you guess at?
I'd be looking for, we take 25% through, so I'd be looking really ideally for that kind of figure for the jump off. I think we've got 40-60 declared, so we'll probably start rounding about 40, so rounding about 10 or so for the jump off would be ideal there or thereabouts.
Enjoying your course building in Ireland?
I always enjoy course building in Ireland. The facilities, the arena is superb, and of course the Irish welcome is second to none.
On to today's start list. Darryl Walker back again with cushions. Gerard O'Neill, go for it. Greg Broderick back from international duty riding Golden Exchange. Frank Curran continues his Premier Series with New World. New rider to see Barry McCormack riding Armani Velvet. Edward Butler rides Rincula Rua. The riders at the top of the leaderboard will have Alexander Butler riding Hallowberry Cruise. Vincent Byrne riding Hannibal V over a Z. John McLaughlin rides Java's Wild Child. And Daniel Coyle, last week's winner, riding Zuidam. Here's the first of the riders we're going to see today. This is Mark Kinsler riding DMS Impulse, owned by Donald Loughran. Now this one's by Heartbreaker out of a Manx Edition mare. Now this track, Steve, has certainly built a very strong, very full-up track. The going here at Balmoral is fantastic. It is a purpose-built especially got an all-weather grass arena. Oh, it's getting a little feisty under saddle. Taking down the front row of the parallel. You see DMS Impulse quite strong-minded, strong in the bridle. Mark really have to work quite hard to keep the horse well in front of the leg. And that's the first challenging turn, actually, you see on the track. That's really leaves a lot of decisions open to the rider. Now 3 strides near enough off the track to this big triple bar, opens the horse out, then steady right back for a tall vertical. Not back soon enough though, into the double. Again, Mark struggling for control, really takes that pole. And Mark finishing the round, 3 poles on the ground, 12 falls, 79.11 on the clock.
Jeff, tell us about the horse you're riding today.
Yeah, Mullabane, he's a good servant to me. I've had him 4 years now, I've been riding him. And we were on a couple of Nations Cups at the start of the year. And we're going to jump the Premier today and in Tattersall's and then head to Mill Street.
The horse has very unusual markings. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, he's got white hair around his eyes and he wasn't like that until one eye started maybe 3 years ago and then the other eye the following year. The vet investigated it first and it's just the pigment in the eye has changed and then the hair has changed colour and he said it could as easily change back again. So it's very strange, he's very unique, yeah.
Are you fond of Balmoral show?
Yeah, it's lovely. I really like the arena here. The surface seems to be very good and my horse usually jumps very well off it.
Jeff, one of Ireland's great equestrians. It's always worth mentioning that this Jeff has completed and successfully around Badminton. 3-day eventing. Really one of the cream of Ireland's equestrian talent. Mullabane by Parco, out of a Porsche mare, owned by the Minister for Defence. It's been a long time partnership with Jeff. The Harlan Wolf, the trademark of Belfast, the shipyards. Really well measured stride into the combination. No problem for Jeff now. Jeff keeping the rate well up. Time, but it looks kind of tight. The riders have to be stay under pressure. Again, steadying back. Huge parallel. All these parallels really kicked out good and wide. Now here's one of the trickier lines. Triple bar, opens horse out. Jeff steadies Mullabane back. Superbly into a double. Coming down the last line. Time is quick. Coming to the last, is it clear? Yes, oh, rub of the last, but clear, 78.26. Darrell Walker and Cushions. This combination been doing very well at National Grand Prix level. That's the 1m40 tracks. They were 14th at the Cork leg of the Premier Series. Darrell, very hard worker, very industrious. A nice guy to boot. Yeah, Cushions, I have to say, doesn't look like the easiest of rides. Oh, living dangerous, Darrell. Come on. You see, Cushions well out to the bridle, fighting a little bit headstrong. Oh, just getting a bit flat in the middle. Cushions kind of poking her nose, coming in a bit. Darrell riding in a hackamore by the looks of it. Now, even with a 4 faults, he could still be in the jump-off round. Top 25% if there aren't enough clears, get through to the jump-off round. A little bit off the triple bar. Needs to get back on the brakes, back for this double. Tall vertical in, short in there. Coming to the last, keeping it to the 4. And it's a quick 4. Yes, 4 faults at the time. 73.14. Darrell Walker and Cushions.
Darrell, a bit unlucky today, just the 4 faults.
Yeah, well, I'm actually pretty happy with that because it's a pretty big track and technical, and my horse has only stepped up to this level this year, so I'm actually pretty happy with it.
She's been a bit of a machine at the National Grand Prix level. She's been so consistent.
Yeah, well, she's won a couple now and been placed in all of them across the board, so she's up there in the leaderboard still, so I'm really happy about that. But she's a cracking horse, very fast, so what I'm doing, hoping to hold on to a spot in the jump off here, get into the top 25% if there isn't loads of clears, so we'll see what happens.